Okay. It doesn't affect what they are saying.
Come on, you know what to do.
Kansiye. One. Kansiye bang.
Shishino bannange gwe
A very good evening, dear viewers. A very good evening from Uganda. Good evening Kenya. Good evening Zambia. Good evening Zimbabwe. Good evening South Africa. Good evening Lesotho. Good evening Eswatini. Good evening Rwanda. Good evening Congo. Good evening Ethiopia. Good evening Abu Dhabi. Good evening everywhere where these matches are normally watched live. Now, after 4 days, long days, 4 brilliant days, in a way also 4 painful days. After 4 days that have gotten 15 matches in the men's category so far and 8 matches in the ladies category. After thousands of balls spotted, And also, after tears, after moments of sorrow and joy, we finally have the last match of the Creme de la Creme competition. We are at Dice Lounge in Kampala. A final is upon us. Two of the players that are arguably, and I insist arguably, the best two in Ugandan pool. The two have reached one final each before. One of them have won this event once. One of them has reached one final and has lost it. Ibrahim Sejemba and Cesar Chandiga are the guys that are indeed Creme de la Creme of Uganda's pool, as the name of the tournament suggests, Creme de la Creme Championship 2025 edition. One frame has been played and has been won by Cesar. The race is 16. There is a trophy for the winner. We have two trophies that you can probably watch a little bit clearly, especially those of you who are watching on YouTube, but also partially if you're watching on Facebook. One of them has already been won by Rashida Mutesi, who has just defeated her elder sister Rukia Nega in the ladies final. The other trophy will be won by whoever of these two guys will be winning this match that you are watching. Dice Lounge is full to capacity. Well, you will be admitted if you want to come and watch, but you can only watch while standing, because there is nowhere, not even in the VIP section, not even in the common seat section, where you can sit and watch. Ibrahim Sejemba 0, Cesar Chandiga 1 in the final. Race to 16. Live commentary will be back shortly.
Please don't check this one. This one.
Now, these two guys in real life are only separated by, I think, 1 year. It's just that I've forgotten Ibra's birthday. He is about to make 25. Cesar is about to make 24. For many, they consider these two Uganda's best players. There is a certain Mr. Bonica Maso listening to me. He's asking, what are you guys talking about? Hazard is at the venue. He says, Peter, you are mad. Some of you agree, some of you don't agree with me. I also don't entirely agree with what I say. Otherwise, when this match is being played, the African pool comes to a standstill. It's not only a Ugandan derby, it's a regional derby for the East African community. It is also a continental derby for the African pool fraternity. Ibrahim Sejemba versus Cesar Chandiga. One match, when played, the whole continent gets a cold. They have faced each other a very good number of times. I have the audacity to say that Caesar is leading in terms of head-to-head count, but not leading in terms of scores in this match, because right now in race to 16 it is 1-1. Ibrahim Sejemba, the guy that has played initially with Capital Knight Pool Club in the Ugandan Pool League when he was barely allowed to play in the bar because he was not yet of age. He did win with them the Uganda Pool League in the year 2016. He has also played with Ntenda Giants Pool Club in 2017 up to 18, up to 19 during the COVID breakdown, which marked the end of his stay in the club, but he also won the Uganda Pool League with them. After COVID breakdown, he signed with Sharks Pool Club in the Zambian Pool League, becoming the second Ugandan to play semi-professional pool. He was teammates in Zambia with Caesar. Upon his return, he signed for a half season with the Mbale Pool Club, inspiring them to winning the Pool League. Now a player with the Roxbury Pool Club, who are not only his club but also his management team. He's credited with winning the Pool Association of Uganda Christmas Cup in 2016, the tournament that he won, at the time being the youngest Ugandan ever to win an official tournament of the Pool Association of Uganda before he was even 18. He must have been, if I'm not mistaken, 16. Only Fahad Sewankamba comes close, having won the National Open Championship at 18. He also won the King of the Table Championship also of the Pool Association of Uganda a few years later in 2022. Individually, he was won a number of tournaments besides weekly comps, individually organized comps at Upper Volta in Kasui, back-to-back 2 years in quick succession, 2020 as well as 2021. The Urban Arcade Open, the Boise Open, the Amigos Double Elimination Annual Classic, back-to-back in 2020 as well as 2021. Masaka End of Year Championship 2021, amongst others. In the year 2020, he became the first Ugandan late in the year to win an international competition when he won the Matthew Ngulube Championship in Lusaka, Zambia, beating his good friend Victor Senyenza in the final. He also became the second to win an international event after being the first when he won the first edition of the Grand Mchana Open Championship in Nairobi, Kenya 2023. The latest victory he has gotten, besides those weekly comps, he has not been at his maximum best of late, but he did reach the final of the National Open Pool Championship for the very first time in his career in 2024 on the 31st of November when he was defeated by Bwanika Mansour in the final. He's the current captain of his club side, that is Roxbury Pool Club. He has never won with the Uganda national team any major title, but remains one of the Uganda's most dependable players. In fact, he's normally allocated to play frame number 25, the last frame. If Uganda is to have a match that goes to a decider, normally the little magician in Ibrahim Sejemba is assigned with playing that frame. His teammate Caesar Chandiga, after moving from the northern district of Gulu in the year 2018, became a resident in Kampala and got a wild card invitation to participate in the Temuseo Masters Championship, a tournament of the best players in the country. Then the equivalent of this tournament that we are having now, but then it was played in league format for a number of months across the year. Tournament that was sealed in 2020. It was surprisingly won by him. Bwanika Mansour came a distant second and Ibrahim Sejemba even a distant third. That was the beginning of the scorpion that we have today. After that tournament, with the onset of COVID, some pool was played illegally. He was able to win another 16-man competition that is organized like this one. It was at Portit Sports Bar in Najana Nkumbi. I remember him beating Joseph Kasozi in the final. That was the last tournament he played before signing with Sharks Pool Club in the Zambian Pool League to become the first Ugandan to join that league. He won a total of 27 weekly competitions in Lusaka, including a comp of the Zambia Pool Union. It was the Zambia Pool Union Easter Cup in 2022. He returned to the country late in there alongside his now friend but also rival on the table, Ibra, on the same day. Caesar did start off in Uganda where he left it off. Since then, I've lost count of how many tournaments he has won. For last year, they were more than 20. That was 2024. In 2023, even more than that. This year alone, he has won the last 4 tournaments in which he has been a participant. These 2 players have gotten to face off a number of times, more than 10 actually. Maybe I can just remind you of the ones that are most significant. So many times in weekly comps, but they have had 4 money matches between themselves. The first one was money match at Beverly Hills in Kansanga, Kampala, not a very big distance from where we are. For $3,000 racing to 21, it ended 21-18 in Caesar's favor. The rest was the second was a series of matches that were called the Trilogy. 3 of them, all races to 21, all having all having $1,200 at stake. Actually, $2,000 pot for all of them. Caesar winning the first 2, 21-15 each, and losing the last one, 21-20. They then faced off in the Super 8 competition of the Advanced Talent Agency of Africa. They faced off in the first round, actually, match that was won by Caesar. The Super 8 of only Ugandans, they faced off again in the final, again won by Caesar, who now leads 2-1, by the way. Ibra himself has also gotten his own victories on Caesar. The one time that they have ever faced off at this very venue was an 8-man comp that was organized before the car competition in 2023. The match was won by Ibra in the final, which was a race to 16, and Ibra winning 16. It was a big win. It must have been 16-8. There were those 2 weekly comps last year where Ibra beat Caesar back-to-back at the Kamwacha Pool Center as well as Amigos Pool Arena in the round of last 8 and final respectively. And of course, not forgetting the ATA Super 8 comp amongst other victories. Today, it is a race to 16. It is a final again. Both players seem to be having lots of respect on each other. That's why the frames are moving a little bit slower than maybe expected. Nonetheless, I know that this match is about to pick up pace. Caesar being a fast attack-minded player, Ibra also one of the players that have the best patterns of play on the entire African continent. Caesar is managed by the Advanced Talent Agency as a management team and plays with the Upper Volta as his current club, while Ibra is managed by Roxbury management team, also plays with Roxbury Pool Club. Race to 16, Ibra 1, Caesar 2. Coming back shortly. Once again, guys, this tournament is being streamed on 2 platforms. The Facebook live streaming platforms is Big Money Billiards Uganda chapter. The YouTube streaming platform is Break and Finish Live. The Facebook stream is diagonal. The YouTube stream is horizontal. Both streams have the same exact commentary, and both streams have the same exact player. In the lead, Caesar leading 2-1, just about to make it 3. In no time wasted, Caesar 3 and Ibra 1. And both players are participating in this competition Ibra is participating for the 3rd time. Caesar is participating for the 3rd time, and Ibra for the 4th time. The first edition was won by Bwanika Mansur. Ibra was beaten in the first round by his namesake Ibra Kayanja. In that edition, Caesar was not a participant because he was already playing with Sharks in Zambia. Second edition, also at the start of the following year. Second edition was won by Ibrahim Sejemba, the first and last that he has won up to present date, unless he can win today. He did beat Hazard in the final. In that one, Caesar was beaten in the quarterfinals. Third edition was last year. Ibra was beaten in the first round by Hazard, who was the eventual winner of the tournament itself. He did beat Caesar in the final, racing to 16. It ended 16-10. This one is the 4th edition. This tournament normally happens at the start of each year. It's normally organized and sponsored by Dice Lounge. These players have virtually free registration. They're not competing for very much money, but it's also very good money. There is $600 for whoever wins this match, and also $300 for whoever loses for coming second, as well as $150 for the 3rd, and money for the finalists in ladies category. There are trophies for the winners in the men and ladies respectively. There's also facilitation to the umpires as well as the streamer, and free tokens throughout the competition, sponsored by Dice Lounge. The venue is opposite Shell Fuel Station in Munyonyo in Kampala. And when you are to factor in that it's a VIP area with one token, one frame is played for about $1.5 by the way. And if you come and book a token and you play with a guy like Ibra, he breaks and finishes, your $1.5 is done, and that's the day. Just like that, that is how much the sponsorship has been. You can imagine how many tokens have been played for the 4 days, and all courtesy of Dice Lounge for the benefit of these players. And everywhere at the venue, because now the numbers of viewers is outmaneuvering the capacity of the venue. This match is being cast on a large television. That's where some of the people are watching, but the majority of them are watching the table itself, and they are watching Caesar unleashing his beast mode like he normally does so many times. 4-1. Thank you for watching Sison Alfred. You are asking if I am reading from somewhere. Okay, that one I will leave it to myself. The pool streamers paradise is when you know that you stream games and the games are being watched. 5 frames have been played, way over 1,100 watching combined on Facebook and YouTube. Once again, thank you very much, Africa. After all, why would I be streaming if there is nobody watching it? It really humbles me that you normally flock in your hundreds, sometimes in your few thousands, to watch the talents of these players. It's exactly what these guys need. The manager of Ibrahim Sejemba, he became my friend nowadays. I love Mr. Zach Idiro, the regional manager of the Bank of Africa in Uganda, when Ibra won the Grand Mchana Open Championship. In his speech, he said that he was watching these games on Facebook and YouTube, and then he had Ibra as his favorite player. Then he got into contact with he fell in contact with Ibra, contacted the guy that is called the Wesley Raymond Jr., who nowadays is Ibra's social media handler, and he contacted Ibra. The rest is history. Since then, he has made Ibra one of the shining stars of Africa. That one only makes me happy as a streamer. Dog City's management team met him on Facebook, watching him on Facebook, Caesar, because of you people that normally flock these videos when he's playing, after admiring his playing skills, after the games being streamed by the likes of myself and the likes of William Soko when Caesar was playing in the Zambian Pool League, has now become the internet sensation of Africa, getting a deal with Joy Chinese Haibo franchise as their ambassador in Africa. And courtesy of that, he's getting free, all-paid sponsorship to participate in the World Haibo Championships that are happening in February this year in China. Someone is telling me that Francis Mukoko is watching. He cannot bring out his head because he fears me. Francis, you make a written request on a headed paper, which has to be headed Q Pixels Photography. It has to be signed by you, requesting for a rematch with me, and then I can decide whether to accept or refuse. I may allow you the right to remain with your defeat forever. My good friend Marisa Sefomokansi is already watching on Facebook. He's one guy I know who has gotten so many problems because of being a very big Caesar fan, and yet he's South Africa. I got a chance to meet that guy. He's a crazy guy. He was supporting Caesar while playing with Eden in South Africa at Eden's own home venue. That was crazy. But maybe the way Caesar plays is more crazy than how Marisa supports him. Look at how frame number 6 has gone. My goodness. It is always a problem to any player when the beast in the scorpion is unveiled in any match. Just like that, it is 5-1. Thank you for watching, Elton Chivinja. Watching on Facebook. Thank you for watching, Ochen Jacob. You say the man shouldn't make the players sit together. You can see how they are seated. They are a little bit separated. By the way, these guys are friends in life, but it's because of you fans that you are causing divisions amongst them. There you guys have banter. Finally got to the heads of both these players. Now they say hi to each other, but they don't take each other out to a cup of tea anymore. You people are not very good people, especially the best of Odi, the guy that is watching on YouTube. Thank you for watching. Ivan, Fidi, Alfredo Jr., Gumesi Zayohana, Spice Tebiansala. She's laughing her head out. And Spice, happy birthday to Mom. Brian Bet, thank you for watching on Facebook. Patson Zim, you are watching from Zambia and you are supporting Caesar. You Zambians, you should not be over supportive of Caesar. So I normally see Zambians always supporting Caesar only, and yet even Ibra was playing with Caesar in Zambia, and sometimes Ibra was out playing Zambia in the league. By the way, I was watching on William's page. Unfortunately, this one looks like another dry break from Ibra. We are now way over 1,200 watching this match live. Rest to 2,000, rest to 2K combined on Facebook and YouTube. Alex Lesser, thank you for watching. Your team Caesar all the way from Lusaka. You are thanking me for the wonderful coverage. You are welcome, my bro. Caesar will lead now. Combination shots. Try put both red and yellow to the same corner pocket. Failure. Foul. Ibra has chance to pull one back. And if there is one player whom you can think that maybe can come back against Caesar and win, this could be the guy. He also has a good share of the fans at the venue. He's the only one of these two players that has ever won this competition. Be reminded, he stands a chance to write his name in history, becoming the only player to have won it twice if he can win this match. But first, he has to come back from 5-1 down to try take down the Scorpion. Henry Dikanyo, thank you for watching from all the way from Nebi, that is West Nile in Uganda. West Nile is also a place that is synonymous with Caesar. By the way, Caesar is one guy that has a lot of places where he's home. You guys, I'm now having a high standard of living, because many people who are normally watching these games online are flocking the venue and they are asking me for my favorite drink, and it's juice. And I'm taking glass after glass after glass. And I know that BK Forex Bureau is now feeling jealous because he's probably hungry. Finally, Francis Mkokwe comes to the stream. He's saying that that shot from Ibra was not necessary. I wonder why he did not play that well when he was playing with me and lost so miserably. Thank you for loving pool, my good friend Francis Mkokwe. I pray that one day we meet again and play again, such that you definitely lose again. But definitely frame number 7 is seemingly about to be won by Ibra, spinning the the white ball backwards a little bit, having accurate white for the last yellow. I believe he will be playing the same exact shot he has just played, another little backspin, both yellow and black to the same corner pocket. Frame number 7 is won by the little magician Ibrahim Sajemba 2 and Caesar Chandega 5. Thank you for watching. Prosper Tutu, you seem to be supporting Francis. If you continue supporting him, as long as he continues playing with me, you will continue to be a losing supporter. Thank you, Francis, for the work you are doing for African Pool and always sharing these videos, always bringing to us live action. You are the reason why Maluva is a star even in Uganda. He's very loved, very adored. And also, very clearly now, for one of you being the reasons, I nowadays fear and respect Zim players. They are really one of the best improved players on the African continent. When you watch Blessings play, when you watch Maluva, when you watch Eshka nowadays, especially when he's playing the Nepas, I mean Neshka. Thank you. Also the other streamers from the entire African continent who are now watching this game. Samson Kibuga, who normally always brings us the games from Tanzania. Of course, Francis Mkwekwe, who amongst us streamers is the only one who doesn't know how to play pool. Thank you for watching Evans Okacha and Keruche the Pool Queen, normally bringing us games from Kenya, Kakamega and Nairobi respectively. Thank you for watching. William Soko, who is a very big friend and fan of Caesar, to the effect that he once got very big problems with Ibra. Thank you for watching. Cravo Platinums, always bringing us the matches from Bulawayo. Because of people like you, African Pool is shining. Nigel Nyamayaro watching from on Facebook. You're asking where the 5-1 did come from. If you want to watch the five frames even when live, you have to go to the YouTube stream because it's the one that you can play even backwards. Once again, the match is both on Big Money Billiards Uganda chapter Facebook as well as Break and Finish live YouTube. And both videos from where I'm watching are looking absolutely beautiful, and the fact that they are being well watched, I am in streamers paradise. Raymond Kanobata from Zimbabwe, Temba, you love good pool. You are also watching from Zimbabwe. Eddie, you are watching from Cape Town in South Africa from Facebook at Tuha Monday. Nasa, thank you for watching. Vincent Sechibule, you are in love with the waitress. Shame upon you, Vincent. People are loving the game. Vincent is loving the waitress. You will not eat. Johanna Gumesiza, welcome to the stream. Watching on YouTube. Francis is still hungry for a match. The guy is quite desperate. Normally losers are like that. From Nairobi, Kenya, thank you for watching. Patterson Mwangi. And also the banter goes on between Marisa Sifa and Trish Naido, because of Marisa being South African and choosing to support Caesar when Caesar is playing fellow South African players. If you are Ugandan, Sifa, you will be treasonous. That will be a court case. And thank you, Trish Naido, for blocking that guy from your WhatsApp. If you can get to pot this ball, if this ball is potted and it's potted, sometimes he does things that look simple, but when you come to think of it, you just have another feeling that maybe he has some kind of magic in his hands. Rest to 16 sometimes can look like maybe a money match or something. For today, it's a tournament final. And the thing that I like bigger tournaments to copy from Ugandan tournaments, that sometimes entertainment on the pool table is not the stage of the tournament. It's not the amount of money for which the match is being played. When the game is good, let the audience watch them for as long as they can. Let the players compete for as long as possible. Let the loser feel contented that they have lost to someone who did play better. Not because the race was too short. Races to 5, 6, 7 in some of the bigger comps, for me, don't work it out, especially the All Africa Pool Championships. And I will be talking to my very good friend, the marketing manager of the AAPA, Mr. Hans Rugard, who is doing a very good job, by the way. I know a lot of work he's doing in the background, attracting a dozen other players to join the All Africa Pool Associations and organizing the biggest ever AAPA that is coming up in Johannesburg this year. But this one will be maybe the bigger shot that is being played in this final. It doesn't normally come any better than this. The fans are being entertained to their maximum sublime best by the Scorpion. Making stuff look easy, making clearances look ordinary, making Ibra some kind of a spectator in a match where he is a player. Caesar Chandiga 6, Ibrahim Sejemba 2. Our umpire is Mr. Henry Joko. And Arox Athens, you want me to tell the world that Facebook is illegal in Uganda, eh? You leave my country alone, because I am breaking the law. 1,600 watching combined on Facebook and YouTube. Thank you, Africa. Keep liking, keep sharing. Rest to 2,000. I want to talk to my friend. She's an administrator in Uganda. She's the boss of ladies in Uganda. Your name, madam?
I'm Ubenu Dewola.
Okay, for now, don't be an administrator.
Yes.
Just tell me who you wish will win this match. Okay, you are not their leader now for 1 second. Who do you wish will win?
With Caesar.
Caesar.
Yes.
Because he's your friend, or because he's a better player?
He's both. He's a better player and he's my friend.
Are you sure he's a better player?
Yes.
Did you watch the last time they played here?
But of course he looks so... It's like the form is too much than for Ibra. It's just shaky. That is the mere fact. So he has high chances of winning this. Much as Ibra is still playing well.
You look to analyze the game very well. Now, this one as a leader. What do you think the Ibra and Caesar brands mean to Ugandan pool? What do you think the Ibra and Caesar brands, their brands, what do they mean? What do they add to Ugandan pool?
Honestly, Caesar and Ibra play good pool, and they are one of the people that inspire especially younger talent.
Yeah.
Because they mean what they play, and they play to showcase their talent. They really mean business when they're at the table. Though they're friends, but when it comes to table, they really show talent, and it's very nice.
Thank you, and they are also very disciplined lads.
And they are very disciplined. That is one of the key factor in talent. If you have discipline, the future is very, very bright for you. And that's what I love with Ibra and Caesar. But their game is 50-50. Though for this game, Caesar looks to be having 60 over 100, and Ibra is in 40-45 like that. So
thank you for watching. Of course, she's supporting Caesar, guys. She's called Deborah Ibenu, Secretary for Ladies Affairs in the Pool Association of Uganda. Marisa, you will see her in South Africa this year at the All Africa Pool Championships as the ladies chaperone. The vibe that is here. The match is also being covered by one of the leading media companies in Uganda. It is called Vision Group. It has about 4 televisions and 3 newspapers in 3 of Uganda's leading 4 newspapers in English, as well as 3 other leading local languages in Uganda. So this match is going viral. For once, Caesar misses a shot. I love to see a confident Ibra. It is not always very confident, by the way. Very easy to be confident when Caesar is your opponent. And I just love it about Ibra that he's able to get the best out of Caesar. Caesar knows that when he's not at his best, he will not be beating this guy. Some of the times that they have been facing off have been making landmarks on the game. And Ibra has gotten some very good wins himself on Caesar. Billiards Cafe, double elimination classic competition that normally happens every year in Zambia. A double life tournament with $3,000 at stake. Caesar was twice beaten by Ibra in the same competition. That was quite resounding, as well as the final of a Super 8-man comp that was organized here just about 18 months ago, won by Ibra very convincingly, 16-8 against Caesar in the final. Another race to 16 it was. Resounding victory for the little magician. And Marisa, Debbie, a guy that supports Caesar in South Africa is called Marisa, says that when you go for the All Africa Pool Championships in Johannesburg this year, we'll make sure that you have the best hospitality.
Thank you. I'll be happy.
But he's one guy that likes ladies so much. Please be careful.
Is
Tell him
adult?
you're married.
I'm married, but is he adult?
Marisa, you are required to answer the question if you're adult. Then there can always be a negotiation. I know that at Roxbury, where Ibra is club captain, this match is being cast on giant screen, and I know that there isn't enough noise right now from those fans, especially Kansongovi. It is a foul, a very unfortunate foul. It is very rare for Caesar to have 2 visits of the table anywhere, even on the break, even during play, and he returns his opponent back on table. He's a guy tailor-made for the small table, this 3'5" table. And the English commentator Mark White suggests that Caesar is tailor-made for ultimate pool. He himself and Rashid Wagaba became the first Ugandans to play in ultimate pool. He generally did impress, most especially that resounding victory over the British shooter Jordan Shepherd in the round of men's 64. He also got to play a dream match against Chris Smelling, a match that he came to lose bigly, by the way, 9-3. But this 9th frame of the match is going his way. The people's player, who is also called the Scorpion, is grabbing the bull by the horns as he wins frame number 9 and increases his lead to 7-2. Thank you for watching. Norbert Katukwa, you think Caesar will win 16-10? Temba. Yes, you are appreciating that Chris Melling is quite big, yeah? And Ennis Makaza is crying, saying, poor Ibra. Thomas Nzumara, thank you for watching. You think Caesar is enjoying himself and you're calling his performance lovely stuff. Dr. Ndo, thank you for watching. You are laughing at Ibra, saying he's undergoing disciplinary action. Don't be so sarcastic, you guys. Once again, the 2 trophies that you are watching in the background of your screen, they are very clear if you are watching on YouTube, and partially clear if you are watching on Facebook, because you can only see them partially. One of them is for the winner of the match, the other is for Rashida Motesi, who did win the ladies event. Sunstar, Nashibote, you want me to say this guy? You people are very funny. I got a chance to be in Zambia last year to stream the Billiards Cafe the Elimination Compound. Fans were seeing me and they were saying some of the words I find myself saying repeatedly in the commentary, and it was quite funny meeting you guys. Thank you for the love. Ibra has to be very careful because Caesar has the potential to make this final very boring, to make it very one-sided. He must start winning, and any neutral person will be wishing that he pulls this one off. If he can put the red ball near the corner pocket on the top left where he's standing, white ball naturally, when played with power, he has different ideas, and I think they are better ideas. There is a chance he could clear this frame only if he can take care of the situation at the corner pocket on the top left. The guy that is normally watching on YouTube called IBK Ibrahim. He lives in the district of Mityana in central Uganda. He has traveled all that distance to come and watch this match, and he's only choosing to be around in the final. This shot has to see Ibra not only potting one of the yellows, but also clearing path for the second yellow. If he does that one, then he will be home and dry. That is eloquent play from the little magician. White ball he has is good enough only for that yellow ball, which is packed at that same corner pocket right in front of Caesar's red. It's the ball I think he will be playing. Has to pot it, has to avoid contact between the white and Caesar's red, or use the white ball to have the red supporting its own movement. I love the way he manipulates his little body, even when he has distant white from his intended bodies. That is a very unique ability that he has. You very rarely see players as small as is Ibra manipulate their bodies as good as Ibra does. And this is where I like to say that the rest is a formality. He will either play normal. He's deciding to spin the white ball backwards. He has to avoid the center pocket because white ball moves that direction naturally. That's center pocket on the right. But Ibra is not that ordinary player who cannot control the white ball. He's being humbled here. He is down, but demonstrating that he's not yet out as he pulls one back. After 10 frames played, it is Ibrahim Sejemba 2, it is Caesar Chandega 7.
Cannot pause the right thing. Like pausing one song. I can see from here. These are breaking.
Ani amenya.
defend if attacked, then now your men don't understand. I don't know why. It's not a lie. You are the lie to check.
Osibaji. Uno madam wewe mfano.
This one is the mine. Mine. Kuna bwe bwange.
Now after timeout, the guy is again extending his lead. He needs 7 Caesar Chandiga. Ibra needs to win 13 more frames out of 19. Quite unlikely, but possible. Every time you see Caesar walking past the camera, when he's interacting with the crowd, he is receiving money. By Aiden Joseph in Kampala 2 years ago, the first and only time that Aiden beat Caesar. It was the biggest, Aiden was the biggest opponent that Caesar was facing at the time in his life. There was $2,000 pot. Caesar lost, but for the frames he was winning, he got more tips than the money he lost on the table in the match. Sorry guys, watching on Facebook, there was a little bit of glitch of network in the last maybe 30 seconds from where I'm watching. Now it seems sorted. And also, thank you to all the media men who have been sharing this stream, most especially Francis Mkwekwe. I hope you share as well, as you can learn how to play some pool. Driver Trainer, thank you for watching on Facebook. And Madame Violence Rachel Mbewe also watching on Facebook. Mutiawa Robert supporting Caesar Man. John Mary supporting Caesar on YouTube. Temba Temba. Yes, you are asking if he got more than $2,000 tips. Yes. He cried the night because of the defeat. It was quite painful, but he never lost any money. He won as much as he would have won. He won more than he would have won had he won the match and had not gotten tipped at all. It's a culture that I want to be spread to other parts of the continent. It can be a source of money for sportsmen, most especially pool where the players, like in Africa, they are always so close to the crowd. Sometimes the crowd can even reach the table, which is not even good by the laws of the game. But if it can impact the players by the person appreciating the player by giving him money, for me, I don't care. Who doesn't want to get money? And for us to be happy, servicemen, managers, everybody involved, these people who play the sport must first be happy. Ibra needs to roll. The red is trying to play to the corner pocket. White ball bouncing off the cushion, moving towards the middle of the table for him to have a chance to win this frame. And I believe the chance has now presented itself. He's down, but not yet out. He has a very big fighting spirit, this guy. The reason why he's normally positioned to play either frame number 20 or frame number 25 is because of his ability to play well even under pressure. The ability to turn a bad frame into good, the ability to get a good chance to play and utilize it pretty effectively. Very dependable player. He can still win this match. And I'm not saying that he will win it, I'm just saying that he still can. He will want to put both red and black to the same center pocket. White ball is played neatly and perfectly, and black is rolled. Ibra 4, Caesar 9. Now I can say that if you are watching this match from home, as Ibra now you can see is also starting to get some tips from the fans. If you're watching from home and you're planning to come and watch some of the last hour or two of this match at the venue, you can only watch on giant screen and enjoy the ambience, but having where to sit or stand is not possible as of now. After all, the internet doesn't get full, You can also enjoy watching on the internet. close to 1,700 watching live. Please keep sharing and liking. Race to 2,000. Jehohanan Pidi watching from Zambia. You are a neutral and you are watching the game. Thank you for watching. And Marisa is continuing to praise Caesar, says Ibra is playing well and continues to lose. He doesn't lose all the time, Ibra, by the way. The number of victories he has over Caesar is about, I think, about 7, by the way. He has a good number of victories on Caesar. Just that Caesar has a little bit more, and he has lost the movement of the white ball, Caesar. And Ibra has a chance to win a 5th, and I believe he'll be winning a 5th. And once again, to reach the semi-finals, to reach the final, Ibra did beat Kenneth Odong in the semi-finals. He beat Simon Nobula, the computer, in the quarterfinals. That was the most one-sided match in the tournament at the time. And in the first round, he did beat Ibrahim Kayanja, which that match may have been the most exciting of the competition. And while Caesar has beaten Dog City earlier today in the semi-finals, yesterday he did beat Ian Kaziwe in the quarterfinals, and on the first day of play, which was Tuesday, he did beat Senyonjo Glorious in the first round. If Caesar gets to win this race, if he gets to win this match, he will be the 4th different player winning the Creme de la Creme competition that is organized at the start of every year at Dice Lounge. Easy pot this one, white ball bouncing off the cushion to pot red and black to the corresponding corner pockets, top left and right of your screen. Potting black will be a formality, and even before he can pot, I can comfortably say that Ibra Sejemba is on 5 and Caesar Chandiga on 9. More tips now coming Ibra's way. The umpire is now Farida Hadija Nachiride, one of 2 umpires, females of the Pool Association of Uganda. She officiates to the latter stages of every major event in the country, organized privately or organized by the association. She also did the officiate, I think, up to the semi-finals of the Grand Mchana Open Championship last year. Dry break by Ibra. And Renigama is asking if Caesar is Ugandan. This is a Ugandan tournament, Gama. The guy is 100% Ugandan. There has, however, been one Zambian participating. That has been Moses Mofia. Most likely tomorrow may be a rest day for me for streaming. But I could come in with one match tomorrow. But for this tournament, it is all ending with whoever of these 2 players gets to the magic number 16 first. 5 reds on the table, all of them in pretty good space. It is very easy to say that this one is likely to be Caesar getting himself to double figures for the first time in the match. He has white ball for the most distant black from your viewing area. I believe he'll be putting, most distant red. Those two reds I think are as good as gone because he gets white ball naturally. When he rolls that red he's looking at, white ball is natural for the second red to the corresponding corner pocket on the right. One to the top left, one to the top right, the third red to the center on the left, black ball to another corner pocket, and the frame is done. Just like that. He has made it look, he has made the shot a little bit fancy. Maybe he was envisaging a little bit of failed white had he simply rolled. That is the good thing with having a very big skill set. He almost got himself snookered, but is okay, I think okay. Maybe he has to cheat the pocket a little. He can see the red but not 100% in full. He makes just a little spin on the white ball. Cheats the pocket. Nonetheless, does the expected. Caesar 10 and Ibra 5. $1,800 watching combined on Facebook and YouTube. Keep liking and sharing. Race to 2,000. Thank you for watching Princess Bushra. Facebook, Magwegwe Iti, Facebook, Asatamoka, Facebook, Chigoze Ibrahim, YouTube. You want to tip me? Chigoze, who doesn't want money? Okay, Chigoze, I am pinning my phone number on the YouTube stream. Like anyone, I also love money. So Chigozi, my phone number has been pinned on the YouTube stream. It has been pinned by Peter Chewe Live. It is there. You can tip me. Thank you in advance. Back to the game. That was for myself in person. 5-10. Ibra is having a mountain to climb, trying to stop Caesar from winning a first Creme de la Creme competition. He got to the final last year, Caesar, and lost it to Hazard. He's gotten himself in the final again and is using every chance to right the wrongs that he did last year. Last year, where he is where he exactly stopped. He reached the final, which was also a race to 16, and was able to win 10 frames because he lost 16-10. As long as he can win one more frame, he will have outperformed himself last year. Of course he will. At least one more frame he will. His aim is not to win one more frame. The guy wants the trophy that is right besides him. Thank you for watching. Gibson Katambala on Facebook, Sunstar Nachibote Facebook, Rain Gamma Facebook, Trizamatic says Caesar is 3-phase electricity. Normally, a term that is used to describe a guy that is in big form with big ability to play. Texas Emma on YouTube says Ibra is under pressure. Robert Mugabe YouTube, you want me to tell Deg City to read the book properly? Deg City doesn't administer that Rashid Wagaba Facebook page, by the way. He's not the one who posts those things. Some of them he doesn't even agree with. I don't know though if he knows who runs that page. Frank Pro rest to 16. Robert Robinson Matovu, thank you for watching. Omar Mbazila also watching on YouTube. Nicolau Alvaro, thank you for watching on Facebook. Simon Rick Ross, you think Caesar is no longer Ugandan class? A well taken shot by Ibra. I'm not so sure though that he indeed intended to pot. Maybe he wanted to occupy that pocket with his ball. Make it Caesar to make a single visit clearance of frame number 16. It's a very tough frame to finish this one. I just believe Ibra may pot a ball now, but ultimately he will not want to play to make a clearance because it is quite unlikely. Uh, 1,900 watching on Facebook and YouTube combined. Thank you. Keep liking. Race to 2,000. Let's make this one the most watched match on the continent so far this year. It is worth it after all. Even Caesar being Caesar, I don't think he can do much if he's trying to finish this one, But with this guy, you never know what his mind is having. Now he's getting himself white ball to try and play combination. Fortunate for Ibra, he's gotten himself snookered at least partially. I don't think he will be playing to pot. Yes, he's playing safety. And probably it is safe enough. He's limiting Ibra to sight of only the two yellows, which are occupying corresponding diagonal corner pockets. And actually, he can see only one. And the one ball that Ibra can see, he can only see it partially. The one where he's standing. And Caesar's brain work pays off. He has a free shot.
People are mistaken. You feel what you paid on social media. Most likely what you are paid is even less than the data you have. You have to focus on promotion. Now the tournament, the man told you, he didn't say anything on payment. I don't know if you really can pay me. But I am working because I have the price money. Give it to me. If he says after you have the 200, come and celebrate.
There we go. The guy has a chance. You can call it half a chance to steal a frame, and I'm calling it stealing a frame that looked to be belonging to his opponent. He will want to pot with power, drawing the white ball backwards to be on target, not to deny himself white for the black, and it is spot on. Now to try and aim for the black ball to the diagonal corner pocket on the top left of your screen, and misses and fouls. The frame is finally seemingly being won by Ibra. Maybe it was a little bit of overconfidence from Caesar, maybe a little bit of complacence. Ibra will not hesitate to take the easy pickings. Why is he? losing the white ball a little bit. And finally, we are over 2,000 watching this match. Thank you, Africa, for watching and sharing and recommending. This is exactly what the sport needs. And also, from myself as a streamer, thank you very much for making me relevant. The little magician is now on the black, to make it 6 for him, to make it kind of likely that he will make a comeback against Caesar, to still maintain a fighting groove in the final. Ibra 6 and Caesar 10. Marisa is asking if Caesar does have a pool table at home. At home, no. But he has pool tables for business. Wallace Garcia Jr., thank you for watching. Good evening, Sanju Maswali watching on Facebook, Umar Mbazila watching on YouTube, Little Enos watching on YouTube, appreciating the fact that we are 1K on Facebook, over 1K, and also over 1K on YouTube. That is Streamers Paradise. Priscilla Chisoro, oh, my partner in crime, Priscilla Chisoro, is now on the stream. Priscilla likes Ibra, that much I know. She also likes Caesar. I don't know who she will be supporting. The media personnel are supposed to be neutral, but thank you, Priscilla, for watching, and thank you for the very big job you are doing for the sport as the golden voice on the microphone. Jacqueline Chris, thank you for watching on YouTube. Hey, you guys, stop asking me about personal things of these guys. Great man Chimbundi, you're asking how much a token is in Uganda. Okay, in Uganda, pool is very, very cheap. That is why pool is played so extensively in Uganda. Normally, for most of the places, and I'm not referring to Dice Lounge, here one token is $1.5 US to play one frame, training frame. You come with the $1.5 US to play the frame, then you find some Caesar here. If he does, then he breaks and finish, then you are done in 1 minute. In most places, for $1 US you buy 7 frames. And in Priscilla Chisoro's country, that one cannot be heard of anywhere, even in the rural areas, you cannot. So that's why pool is played so extensively, and there are so many pool tables in the country, so many players who play the game. You can make a tournament of 128 players, and all of them are good players. In Uganda, it is very possible. You have a national open where you have 128 players celebrating just to qualify for the grand finale. Yes, and many good players are left out of the qualifying stages of the same tournament. That is how pool is adored and played by the Ugandan population. And when you are Joseph Kasozi, who is ranked number 1 by the Polar Station of Uganda, or you are Caesar, who fans unofficially rank as the number 1, you can just imagine how big a feeling it can be. To do for the black. Now with this kind of white, which is so close to the red, simply spins the white ball just a little bit backwards and make what was looking a relatively difficult shot look so ordinary. That's what it's done when you are Caesar. Frame number 17 is won quite convincingly. 6-11 Caesar leads. Now you imagine Asoroy Simon is saying in Nairobi it's 0.8 USD for a token. That is pretty much half of 1.8 USD. I said it is 1.5 USD here at Dice Lounge. This place is VIP. Sorry, Facebook, as there has been a momentary Facebook glitch, which has since then been sorted. And thank you guys for the discussion on the cost of playing pool, which can be a difference in terms of how much of talent is brought to the foil of these players. You're asking how many apples have been in this match so far. I've not been counting, but quite some good number, and some of them looking pretty good. Maybe when I get a chance to watch it again, maybe tomorrow, maybe later in the night, maybe I can give you the statistics. Kudzai Chinerende, you must be watching from Zimbabwe. You say only in Dice Lounge that the token is $1.5 US. You get to play the Scorpion. And other places it is 1 for 7 tokens. No, what I'm saying is that generally in about 95% of the places in Uganda, the cost of pool is 7 tokens for $1 US. It is cheap and accessible. And there is no limit to opening and closing time for places where the sport is played. That is why Uganda has now become the leading hub for playing pool on the entire African continent. About that one, I am very sure. And Ugandan players are quite improved. 10 years ago, there was no debate between Ugandans and South Africans and Zambians, who were the better players. It were the South Africans and Zambians. Nowadays, a guy like Ibra, a guy like Caesar, can match a guy like Aiden, a guy like Jerry, a guy like Victor, a guy like Kelvin. He's about 27th here, Ibra. I just like his calm demeanor in the match. Even when the match is not going his way, he remains with the composure and still instills the confidence in his supporters. And you can hear them giving him a loud hand clap. Ibrahim Sejemba 7 and Caesar Chandiga 11. And thank you for watching Mambo in Zimbabwe. You say it is $1 US for 2 tokens. Let me tell you guys, I got a chance to be in Zimbabwe, and it's a very lovely country with very lovely people, but in some places they like pool. Most places, the place that is even like not a VIP place, it is mostly $1 for 2. They have that saying, $1 for 2. That one is quite expensive. I'm not used to it at all. Rufaro Ashford, yes, agreeing with me. Harvard Mupetere, you say in Zim for business it is $1 US for 2. Guys, that's too high for most of the players. Then the sport is left for the working class. Now imagine a manager who is paying daily training for a player, daily training, and the player needs to play about 10, 20, 30 frames per day to improve their talent. It's quite difficult and very expensive for the manager. Pardon Chapongo, you say it's $1 for 4 in Zimbabwe. Wekwa Munyoro, you say $1 for 2. In Zim, you say It depends on location, but in most places it's $1 for 2. So Zimbabwe pool is expensive, eh? But when I was having a discussion with Malova at his arena, I think the guy is enjoying it. The next shot is supposed for Ibra to get that yellow ball. He's looking at potted to the center pocket on the left. Move the white ball towards the top end of the table, where he'll be rolling the last yellow to the corner pocket on again the top left. And he has played it well enough that he has a cutting groove on it that naturally white ball bounces off the cushion, and if he plays it with precision, he gets accurate white, I think, to the center pocket on the right or the corner pocket on the top right, one of the two. But has first to be on target, has first to pot the yellow. If he doesn't, normally Caesar doesn't hesitate to punish. And the comic addict says in Zambia it is $1 for 27 tokens. That is sarcasm, eh? That is accurate shooting from the little magician. Probably wrong, but this could be the first time in the match that he's winning 2 in a row. Yes, maybe a comeback is possible. We have a match. Ibra 8, Caesar 11. Now the job of flipping the scoreboard has been grabbed from the umpire. It is being done by Ibra's fans.
Now you know what to do. You know what to do. Don't forgive.
And of all places where tournaments are organized extensively in Uganda, Dice Lounge is that place where Caesar does not have a very good record. He has participated here at this venue on this very same table in about 7 tournaments, and even Caesar being Caesar, he has only won once. He has also been beaten in 2 money matches here. He has also lost a final to Ibra here. He has lost 2 finals to Hazard. No, 1 final to Hazard here. He has only won 1 money match here. He has lost 2 battles to Hazard and Mansour respectively here. The places where he is most comfortable are the district of Masaka, other places within Kampala, and the district of Hoima. There, he is king. He got to have the white ball jump off the table. He got to foul on the break. He got to make Ibra and his fans believe that maybe a comeback is possible in this match. Frame number 20 is upon us. Frame number 20 is now heavily poised in favor of Ibra, who nowadays is leading in terms of the scores, but also is leading in terms of the haircuts. President Mbewe, thank you for watching. Please tell me if you are familiar with Rachel Mbewe, Madame Violence. The times that they've been facing off in finals, if I'm not mistaken, they may be 4. Caesar has already been beaten by Ibra in 2 finals. One of them was here, another was at the Kamocha Pool Center, further in Kampala. The last shot has been outplayed by Ibra. So Ibra has been outplayed by Caesar, but Ibra has remained having self-belief that he can take down the Scorpion, and he's about to come within 2 frames. By reverse dish, Ibra pulls another back. It is 9-11. And now it is Ibra's break, just by the way. CK is asking why Ibra is the national decider taker. He's considered by the technical committee as a very dependable player. Normally a dependable player is made to play the last frame. Yeah, it's just done like that. But for the clubs that he has been playing with, all of them, Ibra, he has been playing that last frame of the match. That's what it was the case with Roxbury. That is the case with Roxbury. It was the case with Mbale. It was the case with Capitonite. It was the case with Ntinda Giants. Now the case with the national team. I think he more than deserves it. A fond Caesar fan called Jackson Edau, who very rarely watches these matches at the venue, has decided to make his way here and has traveled with his better half, just for her to see where the passion is all coming from. Frame 21 could very easily be another one in quick succession being won by Ibra. And we'll want to put all of the 3 remaining balls is supposed to put to the same corner pocket on the top right of your screen. This one should be slight drawback and gives himself a natural cut of the white on the yellow, allowing the white to bounce off the cushion to move to a position where he can put black also to the same pocket, just like that. Beautiful and accurate as Roxbury pulls one back against Upper Volta again. It is 10 for Ibra. It is 11 for Caesar. We have a dream final.
Oh, that's kidding. I was just looking for
What is clear to see is that Ibra has successfully at least been able to put Caesar under very enormous pressure. I do remember Caesar in pretty much this same exact situation yesterday. He led, I think, 8-0 against Moses Omara, racing to 11, and then at one time in the match it was 10-9. Moses Omara just attempted to make what will be one of the biggest renowned comebacks in recent history in Ugandan pool. But Ibra wants to replace Moses Omara with such a record. Ibra needs 6, Caesar needs 5. A maximum of 10 frames to go, including this ongoing frame. By the way, Caesar could foul here. He survives, and by a whisker. Potting and maintaining white ball for the last red are two different things altogether. The pot is on. He may have gotten himself snookered, I'm not so sure. From this angle now, I think he has sight of the red. Whether he can pot it or not is something different altogether. Whatever he's trying to contemplate has to be something quite special. He makes a sharp cut and misses the ball and gives chance to Ibra to equalize for the first time in the match. This sport is a gift that keeps on giving. After 30, 40, 50 minutes of the match, it looked as though it was a final that was going to be won by Caesar pretty comfortably. And yet for the last 30 minutes, there has been one player, Ibra, and one spectator, Caesar. The little magician is about to equalize here. Playing this well, playing this calm, playing this composed, you don't see any chance anywhere in the world that he can fail to finish this yellow frame. He'll probably start with the yellow. He's looking at the corner pockets diagonally, white ball moving towards the top end of the table, where he will be putting the second yellow to the same corner pocket, just like that. Now just a simple roll of the yellow, bouncing off the cushion, avoiding contact between white and black, gives him natural white for the last yellow, which will be putting to the center pocket, and black to the corner pocket on the top left. Ibra is in business. For the first time since before the start of the match, the scores are level. The last time that the scores were level was when it was 0-0. Right now it is 11-11. Right now it is a race to 5. And please keep me company. Please don't exhaust your data bundles. Please don't exhaust your battery. I am pretty sure that so far, this is the match so far of the year. For the first month of the year, this is the match of the year on the continent. I love to say that normally in races that are long enough, like this one, because 16 is relatively a long race, there comes a time for each of the players, especially when they are classic players, as is Ibra and Caesar. Each of the players gets a time in the match when they win 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 consecutive frames, and that normally is the turning point of the match. Caesar got his time. It is Ibra's time. I don't know for the next 8 frames whose it will be, but now we are having a short race to 5 on our hands. If he can pot and open up the bad yellow, which is frozen against the black, then he's in good business. And I want to call this good business. Only that maybe one of Caesar's reds has gotten packed in front of one of Ibra's yellows. He has to rethink and re-strategize his attacking play. If he doesn't finish this frame, he knows it very well that Caesar normally doesn't hesitate.
Where are the money? Where are the money?
As Caesar continues in attacking play, he knows that his only choice is to win this frame number 23. Otherwise, Ibra will be leading in the match for the very first time. And it is the wrong end of the match. You don't want to be the player that is losing frames when it is less than 10 frames to go. Some of the fans sometimes like to say that when he takes a big lead Caesar, he tends to give false hope to his opponents. But for a player of Ibra's level, it may not be false hope. This is real hope. But despite Ibra's hope, Caesar, when he needs to produce something extra the most, he normally never hesitates. And it seems he's winning frame number 23. The black is a formality. Caesar 12, Ibra 11. It has to be something special that wins a frame looking like this one. White ball is touching one of the reds. And I want to believe that this frame shall take all the time that it can in the world, because both players need it, and need it real big for Caesar to regain a 2-game lead, regain the grip on the match that he had about 1 hour ago, since then which he has lost, for Ibra to get back into business to equalize again against Caesar. And whether or not Caesar wins the match, whether or not Ibra wins the match, Ibra has won a lot of respect in this one. It is a miss by Caesar. I just believe that Ibra will be putting maybe that yellow to the center pocket on the right. White ball naturally moves towards the top end of the table, where he will be playing a safety shot, where he will be playing snooker, hiding that same yellow behind hiding the white behind one of his yellows. He's deciding, otherwise actually his choice was use white ball to open up the pocket such that he can go for attack. He's catching me by surprise. Even a frame that looks a little bit risky to go for, he's showing that he can go for it. White ball is frozen against the cushion, but he still puts.
I know you can do this.
Hello? Wandi? Hello? Hello? Kazia? Aliwa? Waliwo omuntu ankubidde nangamba Kazia safe.
Hello? Mbadde mmanyi ayinza okuba afunye obuzibu kuba waliwo ankubidde n'agamba eziya safe. Are you okay? Kalibala. Hello? Hello? Fine, how are you? Yes, please. Hello? Hello? Yes. I'm fine. Yes, please. Yes, please. Who has got accident? Who has got accident? Jesse has got accident. I'm not getting you, please. Hey. Simanyi wali. Abadde ki? Abadde ki? Lindako mmale okufuluma nva awaleekaani. Akubiri. That one. I don't think it is true. I called her number, then the person said she's in jam. She called and I think she's fine.
So what?
One day? Akolachi? Eh.
How can somebody bring her number for? Someone is calling. Because how can somebody say she's in the jam? Then why you would like me calling you and you have to there's somebody what number? The number you call is here. Why is she saying she's in jam? Leaving the phone.
And just like that, it is 13-12 now. Caesar is in the lead, and if I'm not mistaken, of all the 4 finals we have gotten in the history of this competition, the 2025 final is the most exciting and most competitive. The victory over Ibrahim Kayanja by Bwani Kamatsoli in 2022 was not all that tight. I think it was actually very one-sided. Then 2023, Ibra's Sejemba's victory over Hazard was quite resounding. It was 16-11. Last year it was 16-10. Hazard beating Caesar. This year 25 frames have been played. It is still 13-12. And it can still be anybody's game. Caesar's fans are giving him a big round of applause simply because of putting a ball on the break. They believe that putting a break can be enough for him to come and clear a frame, to come and regain a 2-frame cushion for the first time in quite a while, by the way. That was so close to white ball getting potted. It speaks to the amount of pressure that these guys are both involved in this match. If he can pot this one. He wanted to put it off Ibra's yellow and got the shot wrong, and very wrong. Normally when these guys play, when it is a turn for a guy like Ibra, just as it is a turn for a guy like Caesar, when he has his red game, as you can see, you just imagine which is the good ball on the table, which is the bad ball on the table. And for guy playing the reds, I can now look at that red which is in between, that is near the center pocket on the left, as the only will be bad ball for Ibra. But the rest are very easily portable. And as he continues in attack, he'll be having that ball in mind. If we can find solution for that one, I think we shall have 13-13. If not, maybe not. 25 frames played out of a possibility of 31, meaning that a maximum of 6 left. Of the 6, this guy playing Ibra needs the whole of 4, and while Caesar needs 3. And because of the number of tournaments that Caesar has been winning of late, I have a feeling for him he probably wants to add this one, maybe for the money. Of course, there is more money for whoever wins, but I think Ibra just wants to beat Caesar. Money can become an issue later. Of late, it has been so dominant for Caesar over Ibra. The ATS Super 8 Comp Ugandan edition, Caesar won when they faced off. The ATS Super 8 Comp African edition, Caesar won when they faced off. The trilogy was won by Caesar, who won 2 races against Ibra's 1. That one race that was won by Ibra of the 3 is to date the last time that he has gotten to beat Caesar. This is the shot that should be opening up that red ball near the center pocket on the right. It is not open. The shot was okay. The idea was okay. The execution was slightly off. He has sight of the red ball closest to the pocket. He has to repeat the same pattern of play. Pot it, draw the white ball backwards and off the cushion to open up the would-be bad red. Better still, draw it a little bit backwards, use Caesar's yellow as support to stop the movement of the white ball. He uses Caesar's yellow as support to perfection. There was a little stroke of luck in the shot, but more importantly, a little stroke of genius from the little magician as he plays to equalize. What a match, what a final. That has been a gift that has not stopped giving whatsoever. And 13-13. More money for the little magician from the fans. More excitement in the final. That is a race to 16, now officially a race to 4, as Ibra gets a 2-minute timeout.
abasajja batwala azanyirwa
No joke. Come on, sing it. Finish it. Come on, sing it. Come on, Ibra. Come on, sing it. Come on,
asookerwa ogenda mu kalivansi yanyize nnyo manager ayongerayo sente
You can do what you can. You can still do this.
Yeah, of course,
My apologies, dear viewers, for momentarily abandoning the commentary booth. There was a situation that was starting to look like an emergency. Since then, it has been solved. It is now okay. The other thing that is okay is how tough this match is. 14-14, rest to 2. So now we can chat in the comment section. The only comment I would like to say is a prediction, one name, who is winning this match. Comment section Facebook, comment section YouTube, who is winning. For me, I can't. Maybe you can. (16:15) Ibra to win, he says Prince Makandwele on YouTube. Balaba Abbas says Ibra will win. Aaron Manja thinks Ibra. Charles Dwelebas thinks Caesar. Joseph Zimbabwe votes Caesar. Kabanda Ronald says Caesar. Maweje Peter says Caesar. Richard Olinga says Ibra. Samuel Mbao says Ibra. Christopher Mpira says Ibra on Facebook. Temba, thank you for watching. Andre Israel thinks it is Ibra. Bakiki thinks it is Caesar. 16:15. And Christopher Mapira again thinks Ibra is to win. Setala Kenneth thinks it will be Caesar. Tumhaire Eneth thinks it will be Caesar. 16:14, you think Caesar is winning the next two frames. That is quite brave. Pius Omega thinks it will be Caesar. Brandon Sitole thinks it will be Caesar. Gerard Vibes Petro thinks it will be Ibra. Sefo Webster from South Africa thinks it will be Ibra. Walicha Colin, you think it will be Ibra. Kakaire Ali thinks it will be Caesar. Amanya Arnold thinks it is Caesar and says it is, of course. Brighton Chigumeda thinks it will be Ibra. Mesha Mfasi, thank you for watching. Royal Studios, you think it will be Caesar. Sike, of course, a fan of Ibra, thinks it will be Ibra. Chinyera Police thinks it will be Ibra. Pool Call David thinks it will be Caesar. Prince Wambura thinks Ibra. Cole thinks it will be Caesar. Mokalazi Jr. thinks it will be Ibra. Luciano Van Wyk thinks it will be Caesar. Navson Chirongo thinks it will be Caesar. Neon Tully thinks it will be Caesar. Fanny Conrad thinks it will be Caesar. Jose Juguna thinks it will be Caesar. Ken Atlanta thinks it will be Ibra. Acidic Vibes thinks it will be Ibra. Ronald Tarima thinks it will be Ibra. Kondwani Kachali thinks it will be Caesar, who says is now unlucky. Ibra gets to put one red on the break. Has the yellows clearly better positioned than the reds. He has a chance to get the lead for the very first time in the match. And it will be a lead by break and finish. The guy was very determined. Yesterday, after him playing his last match, that was the quarter-final, I normally take time to brief the players about their program tomorrow. So when he was about to drive home, I told him tomorrow you are playing at this time. I told him the time, then I told him that you are having two matches, either the semi-final and the final, or the semi-final and the third place match. He said, okay, let me prepare for myself for two matches, the semi-final and the final. That he was indirectly telling me that there was no way he was winning the semi-final. Then after playing the semi-final, he was quite convincing against Dog City earlier today. For those of you who remember that match, he then drove back home simply to refocus, re-energize himself, have himself all for himself just alone, be focused, not to be amongst the fans, not to be on the pool table, just ready, in position and in time for the final. And that strategy has so far paid off. He has now what looks like a tricky looking yellow frame. The yellow balls themselves look okay. Why I'm calling it tricky looking is because the black is in between the jaws of two of Caesar's reds. He needs to get a groove on the white ball, where he will be potting that yellow ball which is near the center pocket on the right, maybe direct off the red, such that the white ball opens up the black, and then try to pot the other two yellows, and then take the frame. That is why he's positioning the white ball just like this. Naturally, by spinning the white ball backwards, it moves a little bit towards the black. The black can be open in the same shot. He also has to be in consideration that he has to avoid himself getting snookered, and yet at the same time opening up the black. This is the shot. The yellow ball, which is portable near the center pocket on the left, he has got himself snookered. The one he is seeing is very hardly portable, but there is a shot I am contemplating here for Ibra to play the yellow ball off one of Caesar's reds, which is on the extreme left of the table. The red ball naturally moves towards the corner pocket. If he can get to pot it, then it will be the moment of the tournament, of the match so far, and Ibra's fans at the venue will jump into the sky. The shot is having the yellow off the red to the corner pocket to win the frame. Off the red and misses. The scorpion can breathe again. The scorpion can sting again. The scorpion can lead again. $2,500 watching combined on Facebook and YouTube. Once again, thank you, Africa. And thank you for being a part of my so far 5-year streaming journey. Strictly passion driven. Sometimes when I get some benefits, which can be financial or otherwise, they are only an added advantage. Streaming is simply a passion. Pool is simply a way of life for me. Pool players and fans and officials and the entire pool fraternity is just family. It has been a hard week for me, by the way. Waking up early for 5 days and sleeping late for all of them, I am used. The stress, however, of losing one of our pool players and the disappointment in my own household, pretty much losing someone. Nonetheless, remaining executing my passion to the best of my ability and being supported by Dice Lounge and also you who come in to watch these videos. That is the main source of inspiration for keeping on streaming and streaming and streaming. It's been that kind of week. What is left for the week is 2 if not 3 frames, but if Caesar can win 2, then that will be it for the week. He's now up against 2 reds, up against 1 red. He will be either playing it top spin, bouncing it off the cushion, or drawing it backwards to use Ibra's yellow as support for the red to move towards the right to get a good white for the center pocket for the black on the left. Ibra's ball is only support for the scorpion. Black ball is portable, most likely to the center pocket. Much easier, much safer, and much more obvious. Caesar Chandiga leads again. 2 frames to go. Caesar needs 1. Ibra needs both to lift the trophy.
We are saying I'm telling you.
And just before you could think that Caesar was one opportunity away from winning the match, something pressurous happens again. A void break. Having black ball potted on the break, it only instills more pressure on both of the players. They are imagining what could be. This next break may be the most important shot of the tournament for both of these players. For Caesar, a very good split of the balls, as long as he gets one of the balls potted, which is not the black, could take him home. For Ibra, a bad break by Caesar could have him a decider. For the rest of the world watching, around 100 also at the venue, and over 1,700 online, a moment of pressure. Here is the moment. Hits the second ball. Pots 1 ball. And his fans are celebrating potting a ball as if it is a win of a frame. He will definitely be going for the yellows here. Definitely the yellows. Which, if he can finish, he takes the trophy and the money. It will be the second trophy he will be winning this year after winning the ATA Uganda Super 8 comp, but a 5th tournament in succession on Ugandan soil. And if he wins it, it will be the hardest one. This tournament has not been an easy ride for Caesar, even Caesar being Caesar. In the first round, the Glorious almost shook him down. Though Caesar led, Glorious almost played himself back in the game, almost won Caesar. In the second round, Moses Omara did even better than Glorious. In the third round, which was the semi-final, it was when it was all Caesar all the way. Maybe that one could have been the performance of the tournament, even any of these players has done in the entire tournament. These two, and I'm talking about Ibra and Caesar. The fourth one is the most important one of them all. A trophy to win, money to take home, pride of two players from the same country representing a very different set of fans whom they have to make happy. Fans who are very divided, who don't like to meet eye to eye. Some of the fans have got so personal against each other, roasting each other on social media critically every day on WhatsApp and Facebook and TikTok and everywhere else. The rivalry between the fans also getting on the nerves of the players themselves, losing part of the friendship and brotherhood they had. They still say hi to each other, but not as close as they used to be because of you fans. Ibra is normally at his best when he gets a chance to break a ball on the break, but he can also demonstrate his other very good side of the game when he's given thin chances to play within match. Just like that, he has played one of Caesar's yellows dead, the one near the center pocket on the right. He just used a small opportunity, Ibra, to play one of his reds behind it, and it's the only ball he is counting on to try and win the match. He has to be wary though that same yellow ball for Caesar near the center pocket on the left is portable to the corner pocket on the top left. 2,900 watching on Facebook and YouTube combined. Thank you, Africa. It could get to 3,000. It could be one of the most watched matches ever in the history of African pool. Of course, the most watched was the first match in Kampala between Caesar and Jerry. Their rematch days later was the second, the third being the match between Aiden and Caesar in Johannesburg on Francis Mkwekwe's Key Pixels Photography Facebook page. Then the match between Jerry and Caesar, also by Francis Mkwekwe. How I wish he was streaming as good as he could play. Look at this. Just like that, Ibra's participation in the match may have come to an end. Caesar may be potting, using white ball to open up the bad yellow. Maybe he doesn't even need to open up because he just plays white ball to get a groove to play yellow connects to yellow. If he gets that right, if he pots, he will be home and dry. The mission, play yellow, connects to yellow, pot one yellow, set one yellow, check. A frame like this one will be very unlikely that the Scorpion can fail to take it down. Not when there is money and trophy and pride and a very tense pressurous final at stake. There we go. Will he get himself snookered? Oh my God. Caesar is snookered. The final is still alive. We could still have another frame in this one. We could still have a decider. Ibra doesn't believe his luck. Caesar doesn't believe his misfortune. His realistic chance is off the cushion closest to the bottom of your screen. White ball to move towards the top end of the table to find the yellow, but there is a seeming likelihood that the path of the black, of the path of the white ball in that shot is intercepted by the black. Maybe he needs to play off one or two or three cushions. He's using one cushion but with a bit of spin on the white ball. Will he find the yellow? It's about finding one of the yellows. Very close. Beautiful. His fans that were starting to get very worried are throwing money all over the place. and they are anticipating a moment of celebration in the next 1 minute or less. The Scorpion is 1 yellow and 1 black away from the victory in what is the most close final these two players have ever been in out of many. As long as he now sinks the black to the corner pocket on the top right, he will be home and dry. He has a very crazy fan who is throwing money around the place, something that is illegal on the pool table, but will be late to pass when Caesar rolls the black to the corner pocket and wins. He will be congratulated by his little brother Baba.